But I feel between us, I only choose to speak to you in a way that shows the gratitude, the honor, and the respect that I hold for you. So I do take a step back, even when emotions are heightened, to make certain that when I speak to you in that way. Because you deserve that. You deserve that love. You deserve that care. You deserve that compassion. And just because I'm having a feeling doesn't mean that I should just take all of that and go, blah, you have it now. You take it. Let me emotionally and verbally vomit all over you. Because that's not fair. And so I noticed you do the same. Like, we take that time. Not that we're perfect at it all of the time. We're human. It happens every now and then, especially when one of us hasn't slept the night before or whatever, things happen. But just even if we're talking and having those full-on conversations, being willing to sit down so you're not standing up and towering over me. We've had this, body language matters so much, and you are a tall dude. You just big all the way around, massive. And so when I'm sitting down in a teeny tiny chair and you're like towering over me, taking the time to sit, look me in the eye, having these one-on-one conversations where our hearts are on the same level. So that heart energy connects and we have a connected and transparent conversation. Right. I think that matters.
Yeah, and that's part of the transparency is you being willing to share that with me, because it never would have dawned on me. For reference, so people can know that you're not very small and I'm very tall or anything like that. No. I have a standing desk.
Yes.
And I typically like to stand. Amber does too, but in most situations we're not standing at the same time. So you happen to be sitting, I was standing, and it happened to be occurring a couple times that we would, I don't know about arguments, but maybe minor disagreements or misunderstandings might be the best way.
Yeah.
But I was just talking to you because I was already standing.
And you had the earbuds in your ears.
And then I had, yes, because I plug in and I get zoned in and I listen to podcasts or music and I always have my earphones in. And so one of the benefits of, I guess no pun intended on the earbuds, but they have a transparency mode.
Yes.
So you can actually hear. And so, but to me, I already don't have great hearing enough. So, I was standing while you're sitting, and then I'm talking really loud because I can't even hear myself. Uh-huh. And I never realized how it was coming off. To me, it seemed like we were just having a normal conversation. But here I am, projecting very well.
Yeah, very loudly. I can't control the volume of my voice.
Totally. And so, you being willing to step away and actually just say, hey, can you please sit down? And, although you're not doing anything wrong, here's what's being triggered in me. And it would be great if we can if you can sit down so we're on the same page, so we can have that heart-to-heart connection, look at each other in the eyes, and so we're equal in flow and in movement. Once that was shared, it's like, oh yeah, of course, that makes a ton of sense. Obviously it wasn't like I was intending to just I am man, I talk down to you. No, not even all. I just happened to be standing and forgot to take my earphones out, those kind of things, which are a normal human thing, and so, but that's where the practicality of transparency can be such a drastic and important part of conversation, because if you didn't say that, you could be holding that over my head and I'd have no idea what was going on, and we could be fighting for weeks, and it could just be building and building, and then I could keep doing it, I could keep triggering you, and then because you're triggered, then that triggers me, and then it could be this whole thing that could go on for months or years. which happens to a lot of people, over something so small that could just be spoken very softly. You delivered it very eloquently, and you got out of your own way, which I greatly appreciated, saying, hey, I'm being triggered. That's not for you to hold. But here's why I want to let you in on why this is happening. And I would love it if we could do this moving forward, where we're sitting together, heart to heart, connection, eye to eye, because this would help me go forward. That makes so much sense. Why wouldn't I want to do that? When, to your point, you weren't like, I gotcha, or let me put you down, or throw a bunch of stuff at you just because I'm triggered. No, it was very loving and very respectful. And in turn, of course I want to respond well to that. And I feel like that's such a key aspect in this transparency, is it does kind of get you out of your own way, and it helps invite someone in so that what you're feeling is not alone. It's something that is like, hey, we're in this together, so let's find the situation that's best for both of us.
And just what was going on internally for me during that, right? Because it's not like I'm perfect in any way. It took me a lot to go, what is going on inside of me? Why am I feeling so? Because I know you, and I know you would never in any way be forceful. You are the kindest, most loving soul I have ever encountered. So for me to feel triggered and like an aggressive way from you, which I knew was not what you were doing, I'm like, what is going on in me? Why am I feeling triggered? So I had to be consciously aware and transparent within myself to go, what is happening here with me, and not make it about you, because you weren't actually doing anything except talking. So then I needed to be willing to get out of my own way internally and not make it about you, because it could have been so easy. It could have really been easy for me to go, you're doing this to me, instead of for me to choke back my own ego a little bit and go, okay, no, you're not going to drive the bus on this one. Let me figure out what is happening and what is creating this for me. And in the conversation where I did figure it out, there was even a moment where you were like, why are you getting so distant? What is going on? And it was me actually stepping back, hearing what you were saying, but at the same time kind of going, okay, feel through this and understand. That gave me the opportunity to observe your body language, which was calm and loving, but still like, I'm like this, and I'm like, okay, well, there's part of it. My head is tilted up. I can't feel you, because I am a very sensory, feeling the energy flow. So I can't feel you. All I feel is everything coming at me instead of with me. And so there is that, and anybody who ever has felt talked at instead of talked with would totally cue into that. And so to feel that occur, and then to hear your tone elevated when you're, we're pretty soft-spoken when we're just the two of us at the place. To hear your voice elevated, it was pretty quick then to decipher. But first I had to get the frick out of my own way. And I think that's important for a lot of individuals to recognize too, is until we take that transparency internally and get out of our own way and are so willing to go, all right, what is happening here? What's happening inside of me first, then what's happening outside that's causing the inside. Then I can tell you what's happening. Otherwise, I couldn't have told you.
It's beautifully said.